Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I'm K Cosmic.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope everyone is going to have a
spooky.
spooktacular day.
Ooh.
And Vanguard is just about a week away. And it's kind of interesting. It really doesn't feel like Vanguard is a week away.
I just want to say, right? I don't think we've had a scenario where we went from one game to the next as rapid as this. I think the last time was Black Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare, where we got Gorod Krovi, we got Revelations, then we got Zombies in Spaceland. Now we're getting Forsaken, and then our new zombie game mode in Vanguard, which is only like 2 weeks apart, which I have to say is not too bad. It's definitely exciting.
I'll take it. I mean, I know people could make the argument of burnout for Zombies or whatever, but
yeah,
I mean, I don't mind because Zombies is doing something so different, and Treyarch is trying to do different things with Zombies, so the more the merrier. The more different things they can try to do, the better. And with Theron Fong coming out next week, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely.
Mainly because, as you guys probably know, they released the launch roadmap for the content of Vanguard and all the things that's going to be happening in Vanguard leading up to Season 1. So Zombies didn't really get a lot of attention.
All it was what was it? Continuation of the Dark Ether story. I think
basically.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically somewhere along those lines where they said, oh yeah, Zombies coming out on launch, and then more Zombies in Season 1, and then that was it. And then everything else was, multiplayer, Champion Hill, Warzone, which, by the way, the new Warzone map, Caldera, looks great.
Amazing. Absolutely. They have so much color in it, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, man. I mean, the Pacific Islands, it's a nice destination in the world, and it's going to be cool to see. But for now, we'll save Warzone until later, because there are some things to talk about in Warzone. We'll save that till later. But for now, with Vanguard Zombies, what is even going to happen? Like, what is even going to happen, right? Because the thing is, we had that one stream where Treyarch explained everything with the field upgrades, which are the artifacts and the different gods, Nordicus and Syraxis and all those god, demon, dark aether entity characters. And that's pretty cool. So it gives us a little bit of the world building and a little bit of the lore. But really, other than that, I think this game's going to play very similarly to Cold War, but a little bit different. What are we thinking?
Now, I think in terms of actual smoothness of the launch, here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. There are three scenarios.
Okay.
The best scenario is the game works, it's fun, and it does us until the first map.
Okay.
Right? Because it's, obviously we're not getting normal survival maps until a little bit later.
Yeah.
That is the best scenario. The next scenarios is the game, maybe it's a little bit mediocre. It's just the game mode itself. The maps aren't bad or anything like that. It's just the game mode itself. Maybe a few bugs here and there. And then the big concern that could potentially kill Zombies this year, as it kind of did with Black Ops 4 for a lot of people, is if the game isn't polished on launch. Polished enough is what I mean. Is because I think we can all recall back to Black Ops 4 and the issue. Saying that, I didn't experience any issues in Black Ops 4.
Yeah, I only had like one blue screen on launch.
Yes,
I mean,
I didn't even have a blue screen. It's just for the community in general. I think it'd be very upsetting if the game was really fun or okay, but there's just a lot of issues with it and it didn't get fixed relatively fast. I don't think that will happen again because Cold War is pretty solid. But saying that, we are also going to a new engine. Zombies hasn't happened on this engine before. So anything can happen. But I'm praying for... And I think it will be fun. I think people will enjoy it because there's a whole new grind factor there. If you're going for camos, you're going to have a great time.
Oh, yeah. The camo grind is going to be interesting to see this year because there are a lot more weapons on launch, I think, for Vanguard than there were on Cold War. And I know people... I've seen people on Twitter exclaim in confusion and in worriedness that there are 4 launchers at launch for Vanguard to grind out camos for. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting to say the least. Like, what are the launchers even going to be? The Panzerschreck? A bazooka?
Bazooka, yeah.
Or, like, I don't know what the other launchers are, but 4 launchers at launch. That I don't think that's ever been heard of.
Oh
Uh,
man, that's gonna be crazy.
and then you also have, what was it, like 7 assault rifles or something at launch.
Mm.
It's wild. I don't know. There's just so many weapons at launch.
And you know something as well? I know zombies at the start isn't getting too much love, but the rest of the game seems like it's actually getting a really good amount of content.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good point. I think, zombies might be similar, but kind of the same when it comes to what's going on with, you have a crafting table and you have, some of the armor and things like that, where it's going to be similar in that way. But, some of the field upgrades and the ammo mods, that's going to be treated a little bit differently. So, it's going to have a same but different feeling. But for the rest of the game, it's definitely going to feel different. I think it's going to be one of the more different Call of Duty games for sure.
And I think maybe that's what people's big concern was with Cold War, or biggest issue was that the game, maybe it felt too similar in a lot of ways. I think Vanguard the multiplayer will feel like its own thing, similar to Modern Warfare, obviously. The campaign will feel like, it's good, engaging story. And Zombies, I think this year will feel different. I'm pretty confident on that. I think it looks interesting enough for it to feel completely separate to other zombie games we've had before.
Yeah.
So,
That's for sure. Yeah. And I think that could be a good thing, because
it's not a bad
if
thing at all.
Treyarch continues to innovate and continues to add new things to zombies to make it fun and to make it enjoyable, why the hell not, right? Just keep adding new things and keep making it good.
Here's the thing, right? Is I like survival maps as much as the next guy, right? Origins, a masterpiece, Shadows of Evil, all the way for Black Ops 3, even Black Ops 4 and Cold War. I enjoy all the maps pretty much, except Alpha Omega. But that's beside the point. It's in 10 years' time, when I'm probably still playing zombies, let's be honest, I'll probably be playing zombies in 10 years' time, whether I'm doing it still to the extent I'm doing now, or if I become a little bit more of a casual player. Do I want it just to be round based? Do I want a map to come out and for it to be,
I feel you.
Again, I know that's what Zombies is. It's the bread and butter of it. It's the foundation of the game mode. And I think there should always be an aspect there of that. But
right.
For me, I think it'd be quite scary if we went 10 years from now, perhaps, or even 5 years, where the main focus in Zombies was only round based. And I'm liking that they're trying to experiment with things like Outbreak. Even Outbreak, I don't enjoy that much. I'm not going to shit on other people's opinions because they like Outbreak. I'm not a big fan of it. But it shows that they're trying something different, and that gives me hope for the future and what replayability we could probably have in the future as well, whether it's in Vanguard or Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops Cold War 2, whatever game comes next where Zombies is focused on a lot with a different game mode besides round-based. I'm looking forward to it. Vanguard's giving me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that's the thing, where there's so many things that Treyarch has tried to do to make the game mode more innovative and more exciting. Round-based, I agree. It definitely still needs to be the foundation. It still needs to be the bread and butter of Zombies. But if they're going to launch without a round-based map, it's bold. It's a very bold move, and we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, I think there's a lot of people right now kind of writing off Vanguard Zombies and being like, oh, okay, the game's shit already because there's no round-based map. Well, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Yeah. We haven't played it yet. So I don't know. I just think that making the argument for, oh, Zombies is just completely dead now because there's no round-based at launch is I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. Which, on the opposite side of the fence, I get it. I totally get it. There should be a round-based map at launch. I think that would be great to have Duran Fong and just a normal whatever survival map at launch. That would be awesome. I think where people kind of are disconnected a little bit, where they go, oh, well, you're just totally fine with no round base because, you don't actually play zombies, or you don't actually care, whatever the fucking stupid arguments are, right?
There's something always to be said.
There's a disconnect there where it's like, no. I'm just looking forward to new things. I'm looking forward to new things in the game mode. Of course I want more. Of course I want more round-based. And I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just really weird to me that people are being weird about this. And you know what? To each their own. Everyone has their own opinion. By all means, share it, whatever. But I don't know. In my opinion, I think just give it a chance. Just give it a chance before we start shitting on it.
Again, it's one of them things where I would find it scary if Zombies was in the exact same place as it is now in like 10 years, 5 years time. I would like for it to expand a little bit more. Now the past 10 years is different because that's our Ether story. That's
Right.
from point A to point B. Then 10 years actually makes sense because we needed time to develop the game mode and
Mm-hmm.
story. And I think it's when they came to Black Ops 4 and they were trying new stuff. It's like, yeah, do we want to continue just focusing on round-based stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And I think even Treyarch themselves don't. I think they like making zombie maps, and I think they enjoy it and are passionate about the game mode. But you could tell there's definitely a drive to do something more with the game mode there. And moving over
Oh
to
yeah.
Modern Warfare's engine, it might give them that little bit of room to actually do something like an open world zombie game. Kind of like Outbreak, but maybe a little bit more expanded upon where your
Maybe, yeah.
progress is saved. For me personally, I think something I'd like to see come to the game eventually is an option to save your progress.
Mm-hmm.
As I feel like
That's a good
with
point.
zombie players, I think maybe the biggest concern with the game mode is the lack of feeling a reward. And
Hmm.
some would say, "Oh, going to round 100 and beating it, by yourself. Well, that's a reward. I did it. I got to round 100." And
Okay,
that
yeah.
is something you get what I mean. Like the achievement, you've done it. You bet your challenge.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think maybe the next step would it'd be good to have some sort of keeping your progression there where you don't just die and that's the game over.
Yeah, that's a great idea, honestly, because I know there are so many people that love going up in the extremely high rounds. Then
Yeah.
I got to keep my PC on, I got to keep my PlayStation on, and then it kind of hurts the longevity, the vitality of your system, right?
Mm.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea to have a save button. And the thing is about the progress in zombies and Vanguard. What's going to be interesting is, okay, camos are going to be coming back, obviously, in Vanguard. There's no doubt. It's going to be Dark Ether. It's going to be whatever the new camo is going to be in Vanguard. That's going to be great to grind
Yeah.
again. Road to Dark Ether Part 2 coming to my
Part
channel,
2.
So that's going to be cool. And then there's also something that we saw in the article that they posted where it is how do I describe it? It's operator missions, but there's more to earn. So in these operator
I've seen that, yeah.
missions, there are like certain challenges for the skins, and you can gold your operator. And you can get this like golden skin for the operator, just like in Black Ops 3, which I think that's great. It's another reward factor for
Yes.
for the player.
Another layer of progression.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
with Black Ops 3, after you got rid of hero gear and that, is why didn't they bring that back and expand upon it? Because it's such a good idea. It
Yeah.
gives players something to actually earn because with even like multiplayer, zombies, whatever you do, the biggest thing is a cosmetic. That is the biggest reward in a way you could get. Perhaps even a cool weapon or something that did more damage in zombies or
Right.
something that's cool. But making it so my character can be gold or even just a different variant of him by doing a challenge other than the battle pass, because with the battle pass, I appreciate it's there. I think it's the best microtransaction system we've had thus far.
Mm.
But I think at the same time, we trade on a lot of that, a lot of rewards and the grind factor as well because of supply drops. And supply drops weren't great. I know they weren't great. They're very unfun with weapons and not being able to get the gun you wanted without paying
Absolutely.
money. I think Black Ops 4 did it perfectly, and they did that system from this point. It would be perfectly fine.
Right.
But I feel like there's just essential progression in Black Ops 4 Zombies where you could earn crates for, unlocking supply drops, and even in Black Ops 3 earning liquid divinium. I know it's a little side thing and it's not the biggest thing in the world. The game shouldn't be fun because you're earning stuff to unlock, gobble gums and things like that. That shouldn't be the reason why the game should be fun. The game should be fun because the game should be fun. But I feel like there is definitely a layer of progression and feeling of reward that's been lost since battle passes and all that been brought in.
I mean,
I can understand. I can understand the appeal to battle passes. I can completely understand it. I would never want to go back to supply drops.
yeah, no, I definitely don't want to go back
better.
either.
This
Yeah,
is so
no.
much better. I just wish there was a way where after Dark Ether, perhaps there's a point where you could still progress.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. In some way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter really what, but it's just I feel like with this whole shop system, which is good still because you can buy what you want, and this is what we've asked for.
Right.
Maybe they put the prices up a little bit higher than we were hoping.
Yeah, that was the thing that I was about to mention, right? Where the shop it's a cool system where you just you choose what you want from the shop and you buy what you want. That's great. I like that. However, there should be a way to earn it in game. You know, like there
Even
should
if it
be a
takes you
way
like, if
to.
it takes you 20 hours, then
Right. Yeah, you gotta takes you a little while to earn zombie points or whatever it is,
yeah,
right?
something, right?
To
Yeah,
some extra currency that can get you something in the shop. That'll be great. Um, but obviously that doesn't exist. And like we were mentioning with Black Ops 4, they had the supply crate system where it blended the shop system
yeah,
and the supply crates where you can trade in supply crates for one weapon you want, which is cool. I like that. That's not necessarily needed for Cold War because everyone got the weapons for free basically anyways. I mean, I know
yeah,
some of the weapons were behind the battle pass, but even after the battle pass is expired, you had weapons that from the battle pass
yeah,
were added to the game as challenges to unlock them. So overall, it's still a better system. And
yeah. Better
the
system,
fact of the
100%
matter
guaranteed.
is that the fact that we're getting this golden operator challenge or these golden operator skins or whatever you want to call it for Vanguard, that's going to be great. It's going to be good to grind for. My only concern, and I swear to God, I hope it's not just multiplayer. That's my concern. Where these
Yeah,
golden skins are just multiplayer challenges and you can't do any zombies challenges. Because if it's only a multiplayer thing, that's going to suck huge for zombies players,
and
But
again, I think
don't
I'd
know.
go for it because I think Vanguard's multiplayer will be a little bit more entertaining than Cold Wars. And again, again, off topic, sad thought that Cold War will probably be the last arcade game we get in terms of the
Maybe.
engine, because that Treyarch engine, if you get what I mean.
I
Because
feel
I
you.
think going on from this point, it's going to be like Modern Warfare, Vanguard, Warzone, and then
Kind of that
whatever
feel.
next. Yeah, which is absolutely
Okay.
fine. That's a little side tangent.
Well,
But
it might be the last. It might be the last styled game until we get the next Treyarch game, because
but
we're gonna
what, what
have
I what I think might happen is from this point on, I think they'll just stick with like the Warzone engine. I I
maybe.
think they I think they would do that, and it kind of makes sense in a way because they're doing it with Vanguard, obviously, which
Hmm.
makes you think, okay, Sledgehammer, okay, they're doing this new system now. Maybe they'll do it for Black Ops that 2.5, whatever what you call the next game,
Yeah.
so whatever
Right.
they call it.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's
Mm,
realistically really hard to tell what's going to be happening in that regard. But I think the fact of the matter is that this Vanguard engine is very similar to the Modern Warfare engine, but
There's
it's definitely
differences
different.
because you
It
got new, yeah,
plays differently than Modern Warfare for sure. Like it feels
mm.
different in your hand when you're playing. Um, but yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if
I mean,
Treyarch
because
would adapt that in their next game because Treyarch has their distinct Treyarch feel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
mm,
time will tell. But the thing with Warzone, you were just mentioning Warzone. I think Warzone
Warzone.
is going to be interesting this year because you have Caldera, the new Pacific Island map. And we mentioned it earlier. It looks beautiful, looks really
Looks
fun to
amazing.
play,
Looks really colorful,
and
which I love.
something very interesting that has added to Warzone this time around that wasn't in Verdansk or Rebirth Island is dogfighting. That's going to be very
Ooh.
interesting, where you get to commandeer a plane and dogfight over the islands, and it's going to be interesting. My only hope is that the planes aren't broken, and then players just stay in the planes and they just kill everyone on the ground. I hope it's not like super broken like that. And I
No.
hope that the dogfighting mainly just kind of stays up in the sky. But
Like a
I think the
different layer
dogfighting
of
could be
fighting.
cool. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
gotta be a layer. There's gotta be some kind of not disconnect, but there's gotta be a separation between the land and
Keep the ground
sky.
battles on the ground and keep the air battles in the sky. Sort of
I
thing.
feel you.
Where
Yeah,
you can still kill people, but maybe it's not as overpowered as, when you're fighting other planes and that. Oh, that's cool.
I
That's
get you.
cool.
I mean,
You know
I think the planes are still going to be powerful for the ground units. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
the planes. how- I think maybe the planes are going to be kind of difficult to hit ground soldiers with too. I mean, I know I just got done saying it could be powerful, but I
I
think
think that'd be quite inaccurate.
yeah, it could be inaccurate too because you're trying to shoot a little ant-sized human running across the
Yeah.
running across the beach or wherever you're shooting the guy from. So I don't know.
It
It
could be
could be
very
interesting.
yeah.
Could be very
And then
interesting.
and I mean, here's here's the thing as well with it is that Verdansk is going to be going, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You got the last days of Verdansk, as they mentioned in the content roadmap for launch. That's going to be interesting.
We need to play one more game of Verdansk together.
We need to play. Dude, we got to hop in it. We got to get some wins.
Yeah.
We got to get some wins. Dude, funny enough, actually, speaking of Warzone and wins, earlier this week, I played a little bit of Warzone on Rebirth Island. I was trying to do some challenges, and I unintentionally won the game.
Did you? How did you do that?
Unintentionally won the game. Well, since Rebirth is quads, right? I had a whole teammate, and you can like respawn and things like that. And the challenge was I was supposed to kill an enemy from at least 100 meters away. It was for a Mason skin in multiplayer that looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me go into Warzone. I can snipe in Warzone. And I went into Rebirth, and they had a game mode last week where it was shotguns and snipers only. So I'm like, okay. I could try it there. First game on, I didn't get my challenge done. The whole reason why I jumped into Warzone, but we won the game.
But you won the game.
But we won the game. Like, as someone who plays mainly zombies and winning your first Warzone game, hopping on, that's pretty fucking exciting.
You've won, but what cost?
Dude, exactly, right? Like, I was happy we won the game. I was like, fuck yeah, you know. I had a handful of kills. You know, my teammates did pretty good. I was like, fuck yeah, you know, it was a good game. But then I was going, I didn't get my challenge done, though.
You're like, oh, wait a minute. I was in there for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was still fun, though. And eventually I did end up getting my challenge completed on Combined Arms Domination on Crossroads in Cold War. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. And honestly, I think the shotguns and snipers game mode in Rebirth is pretty fun. I mean, you wouldn't think it would be fun because of all the quick scopers and all the people camping in corners with shotguns, but honestly, it's not bad. It's not as bad as you would think. I mean, maybe just because I'm not a super pro player and my SBMM bracket is a little bit lower than some other players. Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad when I played. But long story short, Rebirth Island is also coming back with, you know, the Pacific Island Warzone map. No shit. They would be dumb to get rid of Rebirth because I'll be totally honest with you, dude. I think Rebirth is better than Verdansk, 100%.
And a lot of people are like that just because it's battle royale, but it's condensed to such a size that there's never. It's the middle ground between a battle royale and a COD game.
Right? Yeah, I agree.
It's the complete middle ground. It's like a big game of Modern Warfare ground war, but more because
but more things going on and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good they're bringing that back. It's good they're bringing that back. Yeah. I'm excited for the Warzone.
I was trying to hold that in for as long as possible.
You've been trying to hold that in for the past 18 minutes.
Dude, it's just like it builds up. I'll probably mute that part so I don't blow out everybody's eardrums with my sneeze. But moving on.
Moving on. as you do.
I'm sure people who are listening to this that are just audio only are probably so confused what just happened.
Forget about it. The past 20 seconds didn't happen.
They didn't happen. But Rebirth, Warzone, Caldera, stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. Here's something a little bit off topic, kind of on topic. I remember, you know, when the Vanguard released stuff and Battlefield 2042? Yeah, 2042. That's it. Yeah, was releasing stuff, and it seemed like so many people were excited for Battlefield.
Yes,
and now it seems like they're both on the same playing field because the beta came out for Battlefield a while back.
Yeah,
and a lot of the Battlefield community are like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, because the Battlefield beta was broken. That's why people didn't like it because it was broken.
I heard as well, though. Like it,
yikes.
a lot of players were saying, it just didn't feel like a Battlefield.
Really?
I don't know if it's because of the new specialist system they have, which looks cool. I think Battlefield looks good anyway. Like I'll play it. I think it's a fun game and all that.
Yeah, I'm still definitely gonna pick it up.
I'm gonna buy it. I might wait a little because with video games right now. I'm a little bit more wary.
Okay.
Off them. I kind of like to give them a little bit more time now to maybe fix issues before I get them and all that.
I see.
Vanguard I'll get on launch because I post Call of Duty Zombies, so that means I give the company 50 of my pounds a year so I can make videos. So I will they will be getting my money. Battlefield I'll probably hold off for a little while. But no, the interesting thing is it seems like even though, and a lot of the COD community as well is like, oh, Battlefield is going to be so good.
Right.
It seems like things have kind of just like leveled out. And I'm not on either side. It's like I would want both games to be good because a World War II setting, a game in the future, completely different games. They're both good, great. If I get bored of one thing, I can go to the other. They're probably going to feel quite similar as well. Back and forth all that. But it just seems like people aren't hyped for Vanguard, and people are disappointed with Battlefield.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Brought them in the middle.
The hype for Battlefield 2042 and Vanguard, it's basically on the same level. I mean, it's crazy to think that just everyone was so just hopping on the Battlefield hype train, and then one bad thing happens with the beta, and now it's like
yeah.
Now everyone's just kind of going meh, which is it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird to think that two main games, like mainline games, aren't generating as much hype as they were before. I mean, especially for Zombies, though. The Zombies community is definitely not as excited for Vanguard as they are for Cold War. I myself included. I'm excited for Vanguard, but I'm not as excited for Vanguard as I was for Cold War.
I think that might come down to the fact that Modern Warfare, we didn't get zombies. We didn't think we were going to get zombies with Cold War because we thought it was going to be a Sledgehammer game because of the cycle. And I think maybe it's because as well we're not getting a round-based map. And I completely stand by what I said. New game modes are probably the best way for zombies to go because I don't want 10 years to pass and for us to be like, fuck. Oh, round 1, kill zombies. Round 2, open doors. I don't want it to be the exact same experience. But I feel like we're just at a point where like video games are just underwhelming. The only games that I feel like the communities are doing good are Minecraft, Pokemon, and there's another one I had.
Pokemon, like maybe
I think Apex Legends is doing okay.
Valorant, maybe is Valorant doing okay now? I don't know. I don't really follow Valorant.
I don't know. It was something. Doesn't matter. I'll remember it later. Later on. But
here's the thing about Minecraft, though. Minecraft is an eternal game.
It will never go away because it's to the test of time. It will have highs and lows.
Yeah.
But I think people thought the game was dead in like 2018, and then it went.
Minecraft was not as popular, I think, from 2015 to 2018, and then it was kind of people thought it was cringy or whatever. And now, thanks to PewDiePie mainly, Minecraft is super popular. It's a meme again,
Yeah,
people are loving it, and I mean, I love Minecraft. I've always liked playing Minecraft, even in the downtimes. Dude, I'm looking forward to the updates for Minecraft. I don't know about you.
Yeah, and hear me out here. Division Z Minecraft.
That's what I was saying. That's what we were talking about the other day. That's what we were talking about the other day, dude. Shoot.
That is something we have to do.
We got to get a Division Z server.
Absolutely. That'd be great. That'd be absolutely. Just to chill.
Yeah, we got to get the community involved.
Just for when Zombies isn't doing great, or if things are a little bit quiet, Minecraft. Why not, right? And that's the thing where, why not? Yeah, because it's Minecraft. If we get bored of it, okay. It's like, okay,
then we can go back and play Zombies. But like...
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because Minecraft is one of those games where it's so easy to pick up. That's what makes it. That's part of the charm.
Yeah, and it's you can do whatever you want in it as well. My biggest gripe with Minecraft is when you go to the end and kill the dragon and that's it. It's like, well, now what?
I mean, end cities.
Do it again. And so I guess so. That is there. I just think after a certain
more
point,
of the world, the Wither.
True. I think maybe after a certain point, it's like, what's next? But I guess that you could say, you just make a bunch of farms. You make a giant city with all your resources.
You could re-summon the Ender Dragon too,
and do it again. You could challenge yourself and do it with like a shovel.
There you go. There you
There you
go.
go.
Although I am looking forward to. I mean, we're talking about Minecraft. We're supposed to be talking about Vanguard. It's a week away. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares if we're talking about Minecraft? We'll get back to Vanguard eventually. I'm looking forward to the new update that they're gonna have to Minecraft with the caves and with
That
the underground ancient cities like Ancient Evil, and the wardens and all that kind of stuff, and the LA,
like
the
from
new
Mob of the
mobs
Dead.
being added. Man, with the mob vote, what do you think of the mob votes when
I
they
think it's
do
rigged.
that?
I think it's constantly rigged because one creator who's
Oh
who's
no!
green and has a squiggly face
Oh
said
no,
something, and then everyone went to that one. I think
dude!
honestly, the little iron golem guy should have won.
The copper
The
golem?
cop, the copper golem, absolutely. You see when he did
Yeah, I voted for
his sad
copper
little
golem
face,
too.
his sad little face. How dare the community not? And the other thing that I can't remember the other one's name.
The glare.
Is that the one that follows the light?
The glare was the mob, or it was gonna be the mob that when it was too dark, it would make noise, and it would be like, oh, monsters are gonna spawn in. So
him as well. Come on, like, well, he would have been awesome.
I mean, the LA is cool too, though, where it'll recover items for you. Like you give them like an item, it'll go find your shit for you. I think. I don't know.
Here you go. Now go away. Here, take this block of dirt. Go find me more dirt.
It's like the last year, right, with the glow squid and the moo bloom, and what was the other mob that was in that vote? It was the glow squid, the moo bloom. Oh, and the isolager, right?
Yeah,
I voted for the moo bloom because I thought that was cool.
Moo bloom would have been awesome.
Moo bloom would have been awesome, right? More cows, more animal variety. That's cool. The glow squids are just a shiny squid. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the glow squid.
What does it do, though?
So the glow squid, when you kill it,
drops ink.
It drops a glowing ink sac that, as far as I remember, the only thing you can actually do with it is make a glowing item frame. I think there's one other thing that it can do, but I don't remember what that is. But
probably maybe something for like potions or something or something.
No, not potion related. Damn, I don't remember. Everybody comment. What else does the glow squid sinkac? Oh my god. Ink sac sinkac.
Ink
Good
sac.
one, Jason. What does it do? You know what? No, I'm gonna look it up. Glow squid.
Glow
ink sac.
What does it do?
Minecraft. Oh my gosh, can I type on my keyboard? Minecraft. There we go. All right, we're looking it up. We're looking it up right now. Usage. Glowing item frame. Oh, okay. This is the other thing that I can do. You can use a glow ink sac on a sign, and it can be used to make the text brighter in low light levels, and also adds an outline around the text on the sign, the color of which is based on the color of the sign's text. The text does not emit any light. It is only more visible in darkness. Similarly to the eyes of spiders and endermen, normal ink sacs can be applied to revert the glowing text back to normal. And that is from the Minecraft wiki. That is what it does. I knew there was something else, but Kyle is pogging right now. He is pogging for the glow ink sac there.
I think they should add. I think they should add an option into Minecraft where you live forever, but a snail follows you, and if it touches you, you die. Have you seen that?
What was that about?
So there, ages ago, a good while ago, there was a meme. Oh, press this button, you live forever, but a snail follows you. If it touches you, you die.
Okay.
And then all the memes are like, what's it? When the snail finally finds you, or something.
That was like a thing for a day. Like, what even happened?
It was for a few days. It was everywhere. But then there's all these deep ones where you and the snail have a conversation, and the snail realizes, oh, the only reason I exist is because of you, and if I kill you, I die. Or then it's like you and the snail. It's like that that World War II game. You know, the two soldiers have the guns at each other.
Yeah.
And it's like you and the snail when the sun's exploding after 4 billion years, just looking at each other like,
oh,
oh, we're here.
This is reality.
They should add that into Minecraft, though. Make it so a snail follows you. Yeah, even if you go 1,000,000 meters away, it will follow you and will get to you one day.
Wow. I mean,
Wow.
at least frogs.
Frogs are there.
At least frogs are being
Frogs are there.
added to the swamp biomes. That's cool. I
Oh,
mean,
they'll be good.
like here's the thing. I don't mind there being new mobs. What are the frogs gonna drop?
Probably like feet, I would imagine.
Feet.
I think like little feet. I think that's what they will
Frog's
drop.
feet for like what, potions of leaping or something? I mean, you already have that for the rabbit foot.
Oh.
So it's like, I don't know.
Maybe you can eat the frog.
Or
I mean,
yeah, maybe frog meat. Or, I don't know, frog meat.
because
That sounds
you can
weird.
eat frogs.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I know,
weird. Like who? Have you
I
eaten a
wouldn't eat a
frog?
frog. I have not, but you can.
Do people eat frogs?
It's very popular in France, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, same with snails. Because
I mean, I know the snail thing. That's escargot, but
frogs you can eat.
What?
I'm pretty sure. I'll check it up now.
What if it gives you what if you, when you kill a frog, it gives you like a frog skin or like frog, yeah, like amphibian skin that you use as a potion of underwater breathing. That could be interesting.
Yeah, frog legs. They're
really. That's something out of Star
Eastern
Wars. There,
States,
I'm telling you.
but not as the most common kinds of frogs eaten are bullfrogs and leopard frogs, as these are
wow. They ate the gun from Black Ops Cold War, the bullfrog. Wow.
Bruh, after doing that, I wouldn't want to know that's just your insides, you know.
Dude, that's I don't know. I've never heard of that before. I mean,
and something else. I don't know why I've gone orange, but something else.
I was gonna say, yeah, you went orange for some reason.
I don't know why I'm orange now. I think it's like I got some orange for the rest of the episode. It's my lighting, so I'm
Cosmic is in the the Badlands biome in Minecraft. It's all orange.
In Spain,
okay,
I'm pretty sure they regularly eat horse meat.
Really? In Spain?
I'm pretty sure, because a lot of places it's not a common thing you would do, but
I see.
I think in Spain perhaps you do it, and I think someone told me this.
Because I know that there are other places in the world that have like horse-related products. Like in Kazakhstan, they have like horse milk and things like that. I don't know if Kazakhstan has horse meat. I don't think they would, but I know Kazakhstan and countries like that are like more than that their tradition and their history kind of comes from like the nomadic horse people kind of a culture, and I know they have a thing going on with horses. But that's interesting. Spain particularly, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure someone told me that. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. Just like how frogs, they eat them in France a lot.
Hey, remember when we started this episode talking about Vanguard?
Vanguard, yeah. Now we talk about frog legs because that all transpired from them. Games that were doing well.
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
We went down a rabbit hole, and we found something.
Hey, you know what? This can be a more chill, whatever kind of episode of the podcast, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because next week is gonna be all about Vanguard.
Next week's all about Vanguard, baby. Hell yeah!
Yeah. So from that point on, it's gonna be Vanguard for the next good month or so, where it's our main focus. And then we'll get our new map at some point probably.
Yeah, season 1 of Vanguard starting December 2nd, by the way, which I can't believe we didn't even mention that. Season 1 of Vanguard is starting on December 2nd, and that's when we're getting the new Warzone map, and that's when we're getting new zombie stuff, and yada, yada, yada. So, how the hell did we not even mention that? See, December 2nd, season 1.
We were too busy talking about frog feet.
We were too busy talking about frogs. Dude, that's,
yeah.
There you go.
That's going to be the title of the thumbnail. Now, with season 1, I think the reason why they haven't stated we're getting a zombie map is because they don't know if it'll be finished. I think if it is finished, they'll add it in with season 1. But I could be wrong.
That's the thing. I think, and then there are some people out there that are going, "Oh, we're not going to get a round-based map until season 2." It's like, who told you that?
Who told you that?
Who told you that? Because zombie, and a lot of people's reasoning is, well, it's vague what they're talking about in the roadmap. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's season 2.
It could be season 1. Look at Firebase Z.
Firebase Z was season 1 reloaded, and I think that might be the more realistic option for a new zombies map, season 1 reloaded for Vanguard. So,
and I'm pretty sure because each season lasts, what was it?
Like 2 months basically.
Oh well. Yeah, no, I won't be off for that. That's annoying. I'm off in December, but oh well.
Well, there you go. I mean, you can play Duran Fong, and you can play the Pacific Island Warzone map. You can play,
Absolutely.
which, by the way, Warzone is also kind of rebranding to not just Warzone, it's Warzone Pacific. Random, very random change, but
boys, let's jump on Warzone Pacific tonight.
Warzone Pacific. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think people are going to call that.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I think it's going to be kind of like a Black Ops Cold. Remember when Black Ops Cold War, the name was such a talking point?
Right.
You remember that? When it was such a talking point. Oh, Black Ops Cold War is such a... Oh, that's not going to work.
It's a long title.
It's a long title. I don't think
I remember saying that, to be honest. I remember saying, wow, that's such a long title for a Call of Duty game. But you know what? Eventually, we all got used to it, like I knew we were going to. Like,
we were going to either say Black Ops Cold War or Cold War.
Right.
And they could call something, I don't know, Call of Duty, the advances of the warfare. And then...
Call of Duty Advanced, Technologically Sophisticated
Enhanced
Warfare. Enhanced Warfare.
Enhanced Warfare.
These large words. And
Fighting Simulator.
Call of Duty Fighting Simulator. Dude, let's go.
Absolutely. And, oh, man, this episode's been up, down, left, right.
This has been a weird episode, not gonna lie, but that's okay, because you know what? I'm sure the audience at home is enjoying this episode because of how random it's been, right? I mean, I'm sure y'all are having a fun time with us, I would assume. Hopefully.
I think so, hopefully. Something zombie related. Maybe we went over this last week, but with the zombie maps in Cold War, how would you rank them? Maybe we did this last week, but let's do it a week before Vanguard and see how our opinions change maybe later on as well. We can go back on this. So
I posted a video ranking the maps, and honestly, I think where I stand as of right now is from worst, right? I'm going to use worst in quotations.
My least favorite, but it's still a good map.
Yeah, like it's an okay map, but it's not something I would jump on and play right away. Firebase Z at number 4.
Yeah.
Die Maschine at number 3. Mauer at number 2. Forsaken at number 1. That's how I would rank them in this current time. And that's I think that's all due to the fact that Forsaken has a lot of things in the map, a lot of side Easter eggs, a lot of interesting things going on for it. So I really like Forsaken, and Mauer der Toten is just a great map overall. And then Die Maschine it's good. You know, it's a good map, good flow. It's fun to play. It's kind of a, like I described in my video, it's a survival map with a little bit of flavor. And then Firebase Z is just kind of okay to me. It's just the Ray K is not the greatest. Some of the Easter egg steps I don't like, and you know, it's all right to me.
I think the way I kind of put them now is last place for me. It's just, again, Mauer. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big fan of the map. I just think it's...
Dang.
The boss fight's good. I think, objectively, it's better than Firebase Z. So before everyone in the comments like, that's so wrong. You know, your opinion's the worst. No, I know when you put them side by side, Mauer is technically a better map. I just didn't vibe with it, really.
Hey, fair enough.
Then Firebase Z, I don't know. I feel like Firebase Z just has a certain charm that I like, and I think it's Firebase Z was my channel did really well for a bit, so I think I probably have some nostalgia for the map because I played so much on it and I did so many things on it as well. Whether that was my perk reviews or my field upgrade reviews or like things like that, that's where my channel started doing well. So I think that map I hold a little bit close to my heart because my channel was doing okay and it's it was doing great back then.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which I was happy about. Then I'm putting Die Maschine next. It was going to be Forsaken, but after kind of, playing a bit more Forsaken, I enjoy going for high rounds a lot more. The Easter eggs a lot more enjoyable. The boss fight, obviously, there's an actual boss fight, a good ending cutscene. So Die Maschine, I think, is a good map. But there are certain things just holding it back. The fact there's not really a boss fight, like a proper boss fight. I think Die Maschine is the most nostalgic map for me in Cold War. I really enjoy playing it because it's like, it's just the memories of, like a year ago when
yeah, man, that was fun.
That was around the time I started using a face cam. I did that stream where I had monsters in the back and I was ready to go.
This guy had to have drank like 9 monsters that night. I mean,
unhealthy. unhealthy, and I would
just...
never do it again. And then I passed out in the morning. I went to bed. I couldn't do anything. I slept for 3 hours, and I was back on the grind because that's when the Easter egg was unlocked. I'm pretty sure. Because and it was just like, man, what a... Oh man!
Although I gotta say, one of my favorite memories from Cold War is, you know, when we were hunting Firebase's Easter egg and we actually figured out some of the steps.
Yeah, that was good as well.
And then we got stuck on the mimic step. And
it was so awkward.
It was so weird. Like, oh, do it over here, but no, do it over here, and it was just very confusing at the time. It's like now we know where to go for the specific mimics, right? I still hate the step. I think it's not a good step, but you know, it was so confusing. I think, dude, if we were able to
figure out that part, we might have been first.
Maybe like second or third. I don't know.
In that category,
like, we would have been one of the first probably to beat the Easter egg on Firebase E. But because we got so stuck on that part of the Easter egg, we just everyone else caught up. It was
yeah.
Because everything else after that is fairly simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
a lot more toned and all that. I think just Cold War in general, looking back onto it, I think it had the same nostalgia for us as like Black Ops 3, because this was like our year for kind of content creating and that. And I think our channels have both done well.
Yeah,
We've both, you know, been a lot of good memories. A lot of cool things have happened this year as well, where you know, we didn't think they ever happened. And even like reflecting on it, like this is a good portion. We can reflect on the year and that as well.
It's been a good year of zombies. Yeah. So this is I think this is a good topic to kind of wrap things up here for.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I'm just kind of reflecting on it. It's like even like let's looking at back at the start. Like I think I must have been on like what, like 100, 200 subscribers or something like that.
Somewhere,
and even meet you, because we met each other just before like
we met just before the Cold War teasers,
the slight teasers, and then we were all getting sick of the marketing and how long it took. That is one gripe I have with Cold War. The whole
pawn takes pawn.
Yeah, that is the one thing with Cold War that makes me sick to my stomach.
Funny enough,
I think about it. Go ahead.
I was just talking about that on my stream the other day. I like pawn takes pawn. I like the concept of it. I agree though that it was dragged out for way too long.
Because it was like oh, wait until next week. Oh, wait until next week.
I like solving ciphers. I like solving the Easter eggs. Like there's history behind it. I love that kind of shit. But then it just was dragged out so long. I was like, what the fuck? It never ended.
We already knew the game name before the marketing because of Doritos. So
that's right.
I remember the whole conflict of the name as well, because some people it's going to be just called Cold War. It's going to be called Black Ops. It's going to be like Modern Warfare. It's going to be like Modern Warfare. They repeat everything.
I remember people were like, "Oh yeah, it's just going to be called Black Ops, and it's just a soft reboot of the Black Ops franchise, just like Modern Warfare." And it's like, no, that didn't happen.
No, you were wrong. Oh my god.
But yeah, no, dude, pawn takes pawn was wild.
I think it was fun.
It was wild.
But at the same time, it made me sick to my stomach. I'm thinking about it now. It's like,
although you got to give credit where credit is due, going into the game and finding shit in the game was cool. Like in Black Ops 4, and you had to like cross-reference stuff. You know, it was cool.
That was definitely. I think I think that was good. I think that was fun and all that. But it went on for too long. And I remember, was it when we were doing? Oh yeah. Something else we need to talk about.
Nightmares.
Nightmare, yes. Is that when the first thing came out?
Yeah, so that was the second pawn takes pawn
war,
dude.
Thing.
Okay,
we absolutely knew it because you had a book.
We were in the middle of Nightmares. Context for everybody: we were in the middle of playing Nightmares in Black Ops 3, and we wanted to try to actually seriously beat it. And then new pawn takes pawn stuff came out. We dropped everything we did, and in the blog post, or in the post for pawn takes pawn, there's a quote in there from Art of War. I have Art of War. I own the book. And I was like, oh, guys, Mega Brain, the answer is in the Art of War, and we have to read the book, and we have to find the answer in Art of War. And I was like so proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. And then it had nothing to do with Art of War, and I was like, motherfucker.
Fuck's sake. Fuck.
But no, it was that was funny. That was funny. But honestly, man, yeah, the year in review. This was great. This was a great year. I think I think we had a great time with Black Ops Cold War. I know some of the people in the community didn't have a great time with Black Ops Cold War, but you know what? For us personally, I know especially me, I really enjoyed this game. I think Treyarch did a great job with zombies this year. You know, besides all the, game-breaking glitches and bugs and the things that don't work in the game, which suck, right? Don't get me wrong, but I mean, most of it worked. Most of it worked. I mean, I know we should hold these AAA developers to higher standards than, this sometimes works, right? Like there definitely needs to be a higher standard where everything works. But at the same time,
we have to understand that they're probably working 12 hours a day, sleeping in their cars and all that as well. But then again, it's
the situation that they were put into with how the weird working environments of how the world is right now. I mean, you could argue that that's not an excuse. You're making a game and it should work, right? I get it. But they pumped out some great fucking content for how the world is and how the world has been the last year or so. So
they made some of the best zombie maps that we've had in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably, before even like kind of the second half of Black Ops 3. They've made some really good maps in Cold War that you can even compare to maps like Zetsubo or Golrod or Revelations perhaps. So it's I wouldn't say Cold War is far off from being a bad game. I think all the maps. I think Cold War did something impossible, and it had a consistent line of maps.
Right.
There was never this map's great, but this map's shit. It was this map's good, this map's good, this map's good, this map's good.
What's funny about that too is I think the community does see it that way though. Because you have Die Maschine at Firebase Z, and then Outbreak was like the lowest of the low point for the community, right?
Well, I wouldn't class that, but I can see the point. I can see the argument.
Well, the reason why I say it's like the lowest of the low for the community is because I know that a lot of people hate Outbreak. So I think some people would see it that way, but we're talking about our year in review, so fuck it.
Yeah, well there you go. Fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yeah, man, a great year. A lot of the videos that I made this year were fun, it's like, because I had so much fun with Cold War, I had so much fun making the content, and I hope you guys at home had so much fun watching the content and joining us in our journey making content, and I think the entire year in review for zombies, this was a solid year of just zombies. Not even just talking about Cold War. This was a solid year for zombies too, with the launch of Cold War, new zombies game modes, ZWC3, Obey Undead. Like this was a good life cycle, if you want to call it the Black Ops Cold War year, right? The Black Ops Cold War year for zombies was great.
And the way I like to look at it is it's a fresh start.
Right.
In a way as well, because we have OD Forgone.
Right.
Obviously, it's tying in, but it's a new start for both story and general. The community, I think, looking at it, and I think it was a good year.
And there's going to be a lot of new people in the community. As some people in the community kind of don't, if they don't like the new zombie stuff, they're still in the community. Don't get me wrong, but I think there's definitely going to be a lot of newer people in the community. Like you said, the fresh start. There's going to be a lot of new people in the community that are going to become bigger names, and they're going to be contributing more to the community. Like I said, all the veterans are still going to be here. I'm not saying they're going away, but kind of piggybacking on the fresh start thing, I think it's going to be a fresh start for some new content creators too. And Black Ops Cold War and even Vanguard, I think, is a good opportunity for people to grow. Yeah. So I think, man, this was a great year overall. I mean, the maps were good. The community had its highs and lows. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. But for the most
it was
part,
okay for the most part.
you had, I mean, ZWC3, dude. I mean, that was a great highlight for the community. I mean, I know some people were like, "Oh, this was happening." Like, I literally
band together.
Yeah, that's true. The community is banding together and coming together for an esports event. The thing that made me sad, though, was I see people commenting on the fucking ZWC live stream. This was happening? Like, oh, this is a thing? This happened this year? And I was like, really? Like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I think is kind of unfortunate about what happened with ZWC. I mean, and obviously the no-life booter who booted off half the people from Black Ops 3.
Half the people. Absolutely.
But, ZWC 3 was a great event. I just want to go back to that weekend.
I want to go back to that week, but I want to teleport and be there.
Dude, I wish you were there, dude. It was so fucking awesome.
I think that would have been the highlight of my time in the zombie community. Just being there and just being in the crowd. Oh, fuck. Would have been good. Listen, Zombie World Championship 4, if it ever were to happen, which it's possible, but when Matt was on the podcast, right. I don't know. It didn't sound very good.
It didn't sound very promising.
No, but absolutely, it'll be guaranteed for us to be there. And I think something in the future that I think is definitely possible, depending on how good Vanguard or even the next zombie game is the Division Z real life crossover.
Man, that would be great. I mean, that would be great. The Division Z real life crossover episode, right? Just just hanging out, doing some vlogging and stuff. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, and then Obey Undead. I think that's another good highlight for this year, where we have the first Zombies esports team.
Was it good?
And there are a lot of great people in Obey Undead. A lot of people who deserve to be there. Very talented people. And I'm glad that the community has something like that to kind of say, hey, we're in the esports sphere now. We're not going to go away. No matter how low the lows are in the community, we're not going away because we have esports and we're gonna make zombies. We're gonna try to make zombies as competitive as possible, which still should be a thing. Absolutely. But yeah, man, this was damn. And there's a lot to be thankful for too in this year.
Yeah,
a lot to be thankful for, and the fact that we got the game in the first place. The fact that a lot of good things happened in the community this year. And it's all because of the awesome people out there who are watching too. I mean,
absolutely
nobody in the community, and I think everyone can attest to this, nobody in the community would be doing what they're doing right now if it weren't for the overwhelming and undying unconditional support of the zombies community. This is one of the most passionate communities in the gaming world, and the fact that these people, They show up every week. They watch content. They're constantly interacting. They're supportive of everybody in this community. This is a community of something that was a side game mode, and look how big this has become. So huge thank you to everybody out there who's watched all of everybody's content throughout the years and helped make this possible. And the fans are great. The fans are great. I love interacting with the chat on live streams and replying to comments because it's
because we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for the fans too. There's obviously I do it because I love doing it and I like making content. But a newfound, when you do content creation, I find you find a new reason to do it, and you add more reasons to do the content creation. And part of what I added on to why I do my content creation is because I know people enjoy it. And I know I know we have a supportive community, and I do it for those people who day in and day out, they support me and they support my friends. And it's just great. I mean, you got to love the community, man. Got to love the community.
Absolutely. You have to. Absolutely.
Well, kind of an interesting episode of the podcast today. Just had to do that little, had to have a little rant there, thanking the community. Or not even a rant. It was a tangent.
We're saying our thanks and that, because
Yeah.
it's just we
And
appreciate everything.
you know what? With the highs and lows of the zombies community, you guys are always there. A toast to the zombies community.
I still need to
There we
get
go.
mine that you have. That's something I need to write down.
Very true. Here, I can show you. I can show you. At ZWC, by the way, there was a guy who made the perk cans and whatnot. I got Deadshot for me, and Cosmic's like, yo, you gotta pick me up Elemental Pop. I got you. I got you
right
dude.
there.
I got you right here.
What I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna send you my details and give you money. So you can send it to me so I can finally get it.
Fair enough. And then when you get it, you got to put it in the background. You got to put it in the background.
Absolutely. I'm hoping to be changing my setup around a little and making a bit more room. So I should be able to get a little bit closer and we'll be able to see it and all that. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you all so much for watching episode 67 of the Division Z podcast. What was your favorite part? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And with that said, once again, thank you for watching. We will see you all next time. We'll see you all when Vanguard comes out. That's exciting.
Vanguard, yeah. Vanguard. Oh, yeah.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, everyone.